Obviously, it's Jonathan Aguilar here for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Savannah Marshall. Savannah, how you been?
I'm good. I'm really good. Just getting geared up for Christmas and then hopefully an exciting 2025.
What's been going on in the life of Savannah Marshall? We haven't seen you in the ring this year, I believe. Have you been doing the MMA stuff? Like, what's been going on?
I had my MMA debut in June, and since then I've just been training. I've still been training, and probably like a lot of fighters, just waiting for an opportunity.
So what was it like transitioning to MMA? Was it what you expected or not really?
Real thrill. Look, I love the training. I train at Andy Aspinall in St Helens and Wigan, and it's just something new. We think I've boxed for 24 years, and just learning something new with boxing. It's very, jab, hook, uppercut, that sort of thing, and in grappling and in BJJ, it's just endless. And it's it's just nice to learn something new, different environment, different group of people.
Do you still, train any boxing, with Peter during that period, or were you just like focusing on MMA?
No, I went full time MMA, but I needed to. I couldn't just because it was such a big change. I couldn't dip in and dip out. But look, I have sparred boxing quite a few times, and to be honest, I've surprised myself at my muscle memory with boxing, how quick it's come back. So that's look, like I said, I've trained non-stop. I'm fit, I'm healthy, I'm strong, and I think that's a lot of it, really.
Obviously, you had that massive fight with Claressa, and then the Franchon Cruz fight. Winning those belts. Did you need just something different, like something else to motivate you? Because I guess at the time you were kind of running out of people to fight in boxing.
Yeah, definitely, and that's how I felt. Winning them belts, it was kind of a bittersweet feeling. I remember on the night getting back to the hotel, and honestly I felt like someone had died. That is how I felt, because I'd worked for so long. When I turned pro, all I wanted was for all the belts, and I used to always think, God, I'd love, one day I've got a family and my kids are running about with my belts saying, oh, this was my mum's belt, and that's just really what I would like and visualise them for. And then when I got them, it was like, wow, it's over now. All these years of visualising and training to get them, I've got them, and I was a bit lost.
So what are your plans for next year? Well, 2025, a month away. What's your plans for the year?
I'm not too sure at the minute. I mean, there's a couple of talks going on. Obviously, I'm meeting with Mick Hennessy, my manager. And look, whether it'll be MMA or boxing, I'm looking to get out early next year.
I mean, the obvious name is Claressa for the rematch, but I guess she's fighting for the heavyweight title. I can't remember the exact date, but does that make a future fight difficult, or do you think she'll just come back down?
Nah, I don't think it's got anything to do with the weight. I just kind of feel like, look, she's beat me. She's accomplished everything she's ever set out to accomplish, to beat, whatever. And she's got nothing to prove with me. Whereas for me, I'm a little bit right. Well, look, she's that one box, that one wrong I need to right, sort of thing. So yeah, look, I'd love that rematch, whether it'll be in the cage or the boxing ring. Whether I get it or not is another story.
And obviously, whilst you've not been in the ring, I'm sure you've been keeping up with it, and we obviously saw the massive fight with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. I think they are well into seven figures, probably even more. So what did you make of the event and the impact that fight had?
I think it's amazing. I think, look, women's boxing needs people like Jake Paul. I know he gets a lot of stick, but look what he has done for Amanda's career. Like, wow, before he come along, yes, she was a champion, was she known as well? Was she making money like she is now? No. And look, I wish there was a million Jake Pauls in the world, because look, a lot of women will be doing really, really well on big bills, getting big paydays, and I think that's what we all want.
How did you see the fight? Did you think Katie just edged it, or did you have it to Serrano?
I think Katie starts so fast. She nicks so many early rounds. I think it's hard to come back. I thought Amanda just nicked it, to be fair, but you couldn't argue.
And just on Katie, obviously, you know, she's. I think Eddie said like she's coming towards the end of her career and stuff. What do you think? What fights would you like to see her in before she does hang up the gloves? Would you like to see the trilogy or Chantelle third fight? Like, what would you like to see from her?
I'd like to see her and Chantelle have a third fight, but I think it's a death sentence for Katie. I think she's had too many hard fights. She had 2 Delphine Pursuns, now she's had 2 Amanda Serranos, 2 Chantelle Camerons. Look, I think for me, I'd like to see Katie back home in Ireland fight someone where she's going to look really, really good, really, really special, and then I'd like to see her bow out gracefully.
Just 2 quick predictions. Obviously, next week in Saudi, the rematch, Usyk Fury 2. What's your prediction for the fight?
I think Tyson, whether he points or late stoppage. I think he was a bit too lackadaisical in the first one. Yeah.
And Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker. Obviously, Parker's got himself right back into form. Do you think he's gonna get the job done and become world champion again? I
think Joseph Parker's had a new lease of life, but I think that's heavyweight boxing. Just goes to show you can be down and out one minute, and the next minute you're fighting for another world title. You've had a string of unbelievable wins, but that's what boxing's about. But I think Daniel's got just devastating knockout power, hasn't he? But Joseph Parker's smart, very smart. I think if he boxes him and keeps out of danger, I think he'll win.
Savannah, good to see you back. Appreciate your time. See you soon.
Thanks.